Did you know that Mexico wasted $16 billion when it built an airport on a dried up lake bed, only for the lake to fill up and flood the unfinished airport? And that in the city of Doha, a foundation remains for a permanently canceled 112-story skyscraper after it was found the building would interfere with local air traffic. Well, in this video, we take a closer look at 5 of the largest useless mega projects in the world. But before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Megacities. Share your thoughts about these mega projects in the comments below. Number 5. Doha Convention Center and Tower, Qatar. In the heart of the capital city of Qatar, the Doha Convention Center and Tower mega project is being built in the West Bay area, just a few kilometers from the city center of the capital city. Construction of the $25 billion mega project began in 2007, with the convention center and office spaces being the first developments to start construction. To support the growing metropolis of Doha, the mega project included a 100,000 square meter convention center, along with 90,000 square meters of office and retail space. Standing next to the convention center complex is the 1,870-foot tall, 112-story Doha Convention Center Tower. Planned to be the world's second tallest skyscraper and the tallest in Qatar, the tower's architecture has a unique shape, designed like a tapered obelisk, with a structural helix on the upper section. The tower was set to support the international visitors to the convention center and create a self-contained facility to host events. However, work on the tower was halted in 2010 after it was discovered that it would interfere with aircraft takeoff and landing routes from the nearby Doha International Airport. The CEO of Qatari DR, the project's developer, said, "The issue is likely to be rectified after the new runway is built parallel to the present one on the reclaimed ground about 1 kilometer closer to the east shore at the Hamad International Airport. Work on the tower will resume after this is completed," stating that the tower's foundation has been completed, leaving the opportunity for the tower still to be built in the future. Yet after the completion of the Hamad International Airport in 2014, the plans for the 112-story super tall skyscraper were scrapped for good, with the foundation exposed and no plans at this time to use it. Do you think they will continue and finish building the Doha Convention Center Tower? Let us know in the comments down below. Number 4. Plaza Rakyat, Malaysia. The last unfinished mega project on our list is the Plaza Rakyat mega project. In the early 1990s, the Plaza Rakyat, known as the People's Plaza, was initiated at a time when transit-oriented developments were still a novel concept in Malaysia. It was to be the second mega project to be connected with a light rail transit station aside from the Kuala Lumpur city center development. It was to include 4 skyscrapers comprising of a 79-story office building, a 46-story condominium, a 24-floor hotel, and a 7-level shopping complex. During the late 90s, the money market in Asia was red hot, with what looked to be an economic bubble forming. And in 1998, Japanese banks decided to reduce their exposure to Asia economies in response to the emerging warning signs of collapse in Thailand and South Korea. In that year, Thai baht unpegged from the US dollar, setting off a series of currency devaluations that swept right across Asia. The seeping financial crisis severely impacted Malaysia's economy, and construction on the Plaza Rakyat mega project was stopped as a result. In 2007, talks started between the developer's Global Upline and the Malaysian government, with the hopes to form an agreement to finish the project. And after 2 years of negotiations, no agreement was reached, and the Malaysian government terminated its deal with Global Upline. Then in 2014, the government took possession of the stalled mega project site and planned to finish construction with the new contractor, Profit Consortium. After 8 years of no progress by Profit Consortium and almost 30 years since it started construction, the Plaza Rakyat remains unfinished with no prospect of being completed. Number 3. Azerbaijan Tower and the Khazar Islands, Azerbaijan. The first one on our list was to be the New Venice of the Caspian Sea. With a $100 billion price tag, the Azerbaijan Tower in the Khazar Islands were first envisioned by Ibrahim Ibrahimov, president of the Avesta Group of companies, on a flight from Dubai to Baku in 2010. He envisioned a futuristic city and drew up plans for a lobster-shaped development of 41 artificial islands in the Caspian Sea, with the world's largest tower as the centerpiece. The projected Azerbaijan Tower would be over 1 kilometer high at 3,445 feet tall, a full 27% taller than the Burj Khalifa. Its design included 189 levels and would be able to resist earthquakes of a 9.0 magnitude. Surrounding the tower, approximately 150 bridges will connect the network of 41 islands. Each of the islands housing a specific development, such as a Formula One racetrack, a yacht club, a golf course, and an airport. Overall, the mega project would house 1 million people and contain 150 schools, 50 hospitals, numerous shopping malls, and parks. Construction began shortly after in 2011, starting with the main Khazar Islands. Over the next 3 years, substantial construction on the islands was completed, apartment buildings erected, and in 2014, the main beach and boulevard were opened to the public. However, the project's gigantic scale and overly ambitious design became more obvious in 2015 as the oil price crashed and funding for the mega project dried up. Shortly after this, Ibrahim was arrested in 2015 due to his company not being able to repay its debt to the International Bank of Azerbaijan. At this time, many of the apartment buildings were mid-construction, and the boulevard was complete, and the foundation for the Azerbaijan Tower was yet to be started. Since Ibrahim's release from prison in 2017, he vowed to restart construction, yet little progress has been made since then, and the mega project remains unfinished to this day. Number 2, Mexico City Texcoco International Airport, Mexico. Next up on our list was what was supposed to be a new international airport in the Mexican capital. In 2014, Mexico City was designated as an international trade hub. As a result, the former Mexican government, led by Enrique P. Nieto, decided to construct a new airport to handle the increased trade. He announced the airport in his State of the Union address later that year in September 2014, and construction started shortly thereafter. The site chosen for the project was designated to be in the dried-up Texcoco Lake Basin, but a few miles from the existing Mexico International Airport. The site was selected for its consistently flat landscape, considered making runway building cheaper. The airport building would have a futuristic X-shaped terminal to be an icon for the city and represent the X in Mexico. Then in 2018, the project ran into an obstacle when presidential candidate Lopez Obrador argued the project was riddled with corruption, geologically unsound, and too expensive. Even though the project was 30% complete, he said if he were elected, he would cancel the mega project. Immediately after he was elected president, he held a referendum to vote on the continued construction of the Texcoco Airport. The people voted, and over 69% of voters rejected the airport and chose to build a new airport on the grounds of the Santa Lucia Air Force Base. Stopping construction of the Texcoco Airport came to a total of $16 billion to cancel the contracts, reclaim the site, and upgrade the Air Force Base. Following the cancellation, the airport site has unfinished structures everywhere, left partially flooded and abandoned, with wildlife taking over the area to this day. The final plan for this useless mega project is the Mexican government wants to designate the once future airport as a massive marshland and open it up to the public in 2024. Number 1. The World Islands, Dubai. The World Islands in Dubai have been the topic of much discussion since its inception in the early 2000s. What was to be the third man-made sand island mega project off the coast of Dubai. The world was more ambitious than the previous projects, the Palm Jumeirah and the Palm Jebel Ali. The artificial islands were built by dredging sand from the Persian Gulf and transporting it to build each of the islands, where it was held in place by millions of tons of rock. The World Islands contain 300 islands, ranging in size from 250,000 to 900,000 square feet. The World Islands were launched in 2003 as the next big thing in luxury tourism, with members of the global elite, including Richard Branson and the late Karl Lagerfeld, begging for a piece of the action. The World Islands located around 2.5 miles off the coast of Dubai in the Persian Gulf and spans 5.4 miles across. The group of smaller islands have been designed to reproduce the map of the world, with each island named after its corresponding country. Despite the excitement generated when the World Islands were first revealed, as well as the numerous individual island sales, the 2008 financial meltdown prompted work on the ambitious development to come to a halt. For many years, what was once one of Dubai's most ambitious megaprojects now resembles a sandy ghost town, acting as the epitome of the worldwide financial troubles that so significantly damaged Dubai in the late 2000s when the oil price crashed. At this point, it was estimated that almost $15 billion had already been spent on the megaproject, but just one island development had been finished, with the rest looking like small sandy deserted wastelands. Amongst the chaos of works halting, developers were also forced to deny rumors that the World Islands were sinking back into the ocean and remained unfinished to this day. So what do you think of these unfinished and/or abandoned megaprojects? Will any of these be finished and resurrected, or will nature take care of them? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to see more about similar mega projects, watch the two videos right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.